a mystery for over 150 years. What became of the family known as the Bloody Benders and the 10 people or more they killed?
KMBC 9's Jackson Kurtz traveled to Montgomery County, Kansas, where KU anthropologists are digging for answers to those questions.
It's long, long days. Ooh, and we've only scratched the surface. We're below half a meter.
It's not pirates' buried treasure.
It is so fascinating to look at.
Or prehistoric fossils.
Ew.
But instead, it's the remains of something more sinister that anthropologists from KU like Abby are looking for.
It's definitely kind of weird just because a lot of horrific murders happened here. Let me clean it up.
In an unimpressive field near Cherryvale, Kansas, lies what could be clues to the past.
It is really fascinating to just constantly be on your toes.
It's 160 acres, which is a half mile by a half mile.
Time travel back to 1862.
This is an actual photograph of the cabin.
This land was part of the Osage Trail, a dangerous time for travelers who often looked for shelter and a meal.
This is what they call the Bender Room.
For the unlucky, they would find themselves on the Devil's Doorstep, the cabin of the Bender family. John Sr., Mary, John Jr., and Kate.
And they would lure people in, and then if they figured that they had a lot of money and they weren't from in the area and they wouldn't be missed, they'd kill them.
Bob Miller, who owns the land where the native Germans once lived, says Kate would flirt with the travelers, sit them down at the table, and once they were comfortable, one of the men from behind would go in for the kill.
Had some hammers, they'd hit them in the head and beat them up, and then slit their throat, take them out at night and bury them in their backyard.
The number of victims of the Bender family is unknown.
Dr. York is the case that broke the whole thing open.
But after killing a prominent doctor and a brother of a Kansas state senator, the family made a run for it, never to be seen or heard from again.
There could be very likely more victims out there. And that's one of the things we want to find out. You don't know until you dig.
Is that a soil change?
For Bob Miller and researchers from KU, they've barely scratched the surface.
You see that?
Yeah, I think so. Weird.
Looking for anomalies, artifacts, or remains from the Bender's victims.
This is telling us a lot of other different information we might not find in a newspaper. It's been really worth it being out here.
And as Bob said it, you won't know until you dig.
It's kind of really interesting to think about, was someone buried here before or was someone killed here? You just got to dig a little deeper. It's not just digging a hole. It's looking at the context of the past.
From Montgomery County, Jackson Kurtz, KMBC 9 News.
The team from KU says the search will take months or years to complete. Historians aren't clear on what fate held in store for the Benders.